Here with another live stream video. America is failing and falling, just like the Roman Empire did. And here I'm going to cover a few articles where I demonstrate exactly what's going on. Alright, share screen. Alright, so here we have an article. Ousted Florida coach says he didn't know high school volleyball player was transgender girl as mom blasts her being outed. So is the mom upset that the coach realized that it's a tranny? And moms will support you doing some of the most bullshit behavior ever. Alright, so Florida High School. 5 Monarch High School staffers, including Principal James Cecil, was suspended after a tipster told local officials that the Coconut Grove School was allowing a male to compete as a female in violation of state law. Former coach Alex Burgess told local outlets that he was unaware of the student's birth sex and only found out after an investigation was launched last month. Come on, why do they love to lie? You could look at people and be like, oh, that's a tranny. That's a tranny. So for him to say this is mind blowing. Alright, so I guess there were some people who already knew, but I guess whoever came in to kind of investigate kind of pointed fingers at her. Oh, look, see? Look at the mom shirt, pride flag, and it says, I don't even know if it says Obama. Probably says Ohama, babe, but it definitely has the pride flag. So she corrupted the child. Fathers, save your kids. Take them from the mothers because them mother just corrupt your pick me and turn your pick me into a failure, a gangbanger, a shooter, a high school dropout, a failure, or just a drain on society. Anyways, meanwhile, the student's irate mother revealed herself publicly Monday as one of the 5 ousted staffers. A lot of things were taken from my family this week. Our privacy, sense of safety. You should have thought a sense of safety when you had your biologically male son training with girls and being in a girls' locker room getting ready to go practice and stuff like that. That is rapey behavior and right to self determination. Jessica Norton said in a statement released by the Human Rights Campaign and LGBTQP advocacy group. There's a long history in this country of outing people against their will. Shut the fuck up. This is why I don't like white liberals. Okay? They're just the scum of the earth. And black people, you guys love just following behind white liberals because they say BLM and this and blacks are being discriminated. No, that's their way of finessing you. You retarded. I don't even want to go on a rant right now. But Malcolm X would be disappointed in you fuckers for believing, no, these white people, no. White liberals, let me say. All right, there's a lot. Anyways, forced outing, particularly of a child, is a direct attempt to endanger the person being outed. In addition to Cecil, Burgess and Norton, assistant principal Kenneth May and athletic director Dayon Hester were also suspended. The volleyball season was canceled outright as the pro continues. Good. I mean, bad for the other girls because playing sports in school that's something that a lot of kids look forward to. And because of a tranny, this having to be canceled is outrageous, but you had to do what you have to do. Norton filed a 2021 lawsuit on behalf of her child that sought to allow him to compete on the girls' team in high school despite him being born a male. The case, you see, that's why Ron DeSantis is a go. They paint Ron DeSantis as the enemy. Ron DeSantis, well, against Trump and Ron DeSantis, fuck out of here, Ron DeSantis. But he's protecting males and females from intermingling in sports. Women have their own category, men have their own category, and they compete women against women, men against men. We compete at two different levels. The case argued that a Florida law prohibiting the practice was unconstitutional, but was eventually struck down by a judge. The suit states that she presented as a female beginning in preschool. Oh God. So she groomed this child to that poor child is probably so lost. As early as 3 years old, exhibited behavior that traditionally is associated with being a girl and would insist on wearing clothes and colors pink that girls wore, the suit states. He saw himself as a girl and conveyed that to his parents in clear terms. At 5 or 6, the parents realized, based on behavior and statements, that the guy was a tranny. He soon developed a passion for soccer and competed on girls' teams throughout middle school, according to the suit. At age 11, at the recommendation of her endocrinologist, she began hormone blockers to stop testosterone. The case studies. I did not know that's what endocrinologists do. Because I call doctors daily, but I did not know that's what they do. They give you hormone blockers to stop. Oh God. This year, under medical supervision, she began receiving estrogen, and he began receiving estrogen and will continue to do so for the rest of his life. This will allow him to live as the girl that he is. Irate students staged a walkout at least to protest the sanctioning of their teachers and administrators, arguing that the teen should be allowed to compete as a girl. A Broward County school district told the Post Tuesday that the teen's inclusion on the team was an inarguable violation of Florida law. There's no way around it. The member said it's hard to understand how this happened. All I know is that it's chaos right now, a lot of anger and confusion. The fact that the students are walking around, staging walkouts, protesting for a man to compete with women shows you just where American society is. The parents, and this is all trickle down. The grandparents probably babied the parents or were too harsh on the parents. And then the other parents were like, no, we're going to be sweet and loving and be friends with you and let you do as you please and not correct you and not guide you and let you know what is right from wrong. And this is where we are as society. The whole society, I think the whole society is mentally ill from Gen Z, no, millennials down, all the way down. Everything that's coming up now is just garbage, garbage. They're all lost. They're depressed. They're all crackheads. They're all meth heads. They're all on the drugs. Oh God, they're just lost. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in America, the greatest country in the world. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be wearing this. Wow, Yeah. So the fact that this is going on and oh my God, it's just disgusting. Disgusting. Lost children, lost parents. Look at this parent right here. Does this look like it's fit to be a parent? And then I can bet, let me not bet too much. I can bet $50 that it's two lesbians that adopted the child. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if any black people on the team. Where's Monarch again? Constant Spring? I said Constant Spring, that's Jamaica. Mm. I was going to say if there was a black kid, it would probably be the black kid, but I can't tell. All right, so on to the next story. You know how they always say gold and silver is rubbish? Well, gold bars found in Senator Bob Mendez's home linked to 2013 armed robbery. I'm not going to really go through the story, but oh shit. Four of the gold bars Senator Bob Menendez stashed at his home were previously stolen from the businessman accused of bribing the New Jersey Democrat, according to a report. The serial numbers on some of the gold found by the FBI during a 2022 raid on Menendez's Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey home match identifiers that Fred Davies reported to police after a 2013 armed robbery. Robbers made off with $500,000 in cash and 22 gold bars. Now, guys, just so you know, a gold bar right now is about $2,000. That's a 1 ounce gold bar. And if it's a kilo bar, a kilo is about 60, I don't know, rough number is about 60 to $65,000. So 22 gold bars is really, really rich. But guys, one thing I'll tell you, if you're an you have to invest in this life, all right? So real estate, index funds, which check the S&P 500, a little bit of crypto, gold and silver. Do what you need to do. Diversify your funds. Make sure you have a little bit of everything and protect yourself. MTA chief mocks New Jersey congestion pricing critics over turnpike tolls, blast them for being content to let traffic keep choking New York streets. Well, look, and New Yorkers love voting for slavery. Love voting for slavery. The head of the MTA blasted New Jersey critics of the Big Apple's congestion pricing plan Tuesday as he joined Governor Katie Hochul to defend the tolls for cars in Manhattan. He mocked the Garden State leaders as hypocrites for suing over the transit fundraising scheme, which would charge drivers $15 a day during peak hours for entering south of 60th Street, as Jersey charges pricey tolls on their own superhighways. So to get from New Jersey to New York, no, you don't have to pay a toll. You can go. No, you don't. But I think the traffic is crazy on that. But look, so if you want to get to Manhattan quick, you pay a toll to get here, then you pay another toll to drive through Manhattan, then you go back home, pay a toll. Hey, listen, don't let anybody tell you anything. I mean, slavery wasn't a choice back in the days. I can't even say, because everybody was enslaved in those days. But today in America, slavery is a choice. People vote themselves into slavery every day. They wake up every day and say, "No, I don't want I don't want security. Let me just vote for slavery, slavery, slavery." And then every time they wake up and they're like, "Why is everything so expensive? I can't afford to live here." Blah blah blah. Like, bro, you vote yourselves into these situations. Our neighbors across the river seem content to let traffic keep choking our streets, and they are our streets. In case the Garden State has lots of its own tolls, it slapped a charge of up to $20 in New Yorkers with ED Pass to ride down the length of the New Jersey Turnpike. Nevertheless, Nevertheless, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy argues the New York congestion pricing program is unfair to his constituents and has filed a lawsuit to try and overturn the program's approval by the federal government. Good job, good job. Because $15 just to be in Manhattan. Oh shit, hold on. This NYC subway underpass. And now an open air drug market. A neglected Bronx subway underpass has turned into a hellish open air drug market that's making locals afraid to even walk down the street and has at least one local policy in red. The Kingsbridge D-Trade underpass has been plagued by rampant use since the end of the pandemic, with zombie-like addicts shooting up in public and no one is doing anything about it, according to residents and city councilman Oswald Feliz. Well, look, I can guarantee you that he voted for this. He supported the yes, let's decriminalize drugs. Let's give everybody drugs. You know, in New York City, you could go to a vending machine and crack and meth and all that shit is free. Oh, look, how progressives turned in. Exactly. Nobody's surprised. You see, they can lie to you retards out here because you guys don't know anything. You guys believe, oh, I wasn't even sharing the. You guys believe everything that they say. Oh, wait, hold on. How do I do it? Oh, my fault, chat. So, yeah, so the story I was just reading, this is the title NYC drug underpass now an open crack addict market. All right, so yeah, so like I was saying, Councilman Oswald Felice. When you call these guys and you ask them about the drug use and all that, they're like, yeah, we want to allow people to do what they want to do and be free to express themselves and use what they want to use. But then when it comes to the reporting, they're like, no, it's terrible. Nobody's doing anything about it. We can't do anything about it if you enforce these policies. Why do you think the NYPD has had 2,500 people quit since July, or maybe since the beginning of the year? Because you guys aren't enforcing any rules that make sense. You're being lackadaisical. You're letting the city just get run to shit, and it's really disappointing. The illicit drug selling and use, as well as other quality of life issues, has made the underpass unwelcoming and in some days unwalkable. Felice wrote in a scathing letter to the City Department of Transportation last month. The Post found several spent needles in the area during a recent visit. With vagrants slipping under the overpass, the buyer used drugs amid the trash-strewn walkway. It's not safe, Mom J. Michelle said as she took her two-year-old daughter home nearby on Friday. I take the Metro North just to avoid coming up this way, and I wouldn't recommend anyone going down into that underpass because you don't know what's going to happen to you, she said. And no one's coming to save you, that's for sure. Saying cops just stand there and watch. Of course, if the police do anything, people are going to run out saying, oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh, you're discriminating. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, lawsuit. So what the fuck do you want them to do? If they help you, they lose. If they don't help you, you complain. How about this? Why don't you guys start policing your own community? Because that's what they were planning to do when they said defund police. And then you guys let these retards that run around saying defund police take over the airwaves. Instead of everybody that actually has sense coming together and saying, yo, this is not what we think. We need the police. We need regulations. We need we need rules to be enforced and slack behavior to be dealt with. Oh look, look, look. Zombie Land. Another mom who only gave her name as T. Charles said she no longer feels safe in her own neighborhood. I only use that underpass if the elevator is not working, and have my daughter in a stroller, she said. You see people shooting up, and sometimes you just see a whole bunch of needles afterwards. Sometimes you see those same people on the stairs on the other entrance in the back. That's where they sleep, she added. That's where they eat. Locals said that addicts roam around the area during the day panhandling for drug money. And then where do you think they get the money from? They get the money from you guys. You retards. You fucking idiots. You take out your hard earned, taxed a million times dollar and give it to them so they can go smoke the same crack in the area where you're scared to walk around in. And New York City is a city where you could just come, be a bum, and be taken care of. Actually, America is. You come here, you can get on Section 8, free housing. You can sign up for food stamps, free food. You can sign up for free everything, free resume building, free training for jobs, free everything. You do not free cell phones. That's the next thing. A crackhead can have a fully functioning phone. You call me like, hello, you're homeless, but you have a cell phone. Like, what the? America is so privileged. You could be the The crackheads in America that are homeless are more privileged than people that live in third world countries. Okay? And I look at this dork. I knew he would look like a dork. Now, does he look like a law enforcer? Anybody that has the guts to be like, oh my god, I have kids. We really can't walk through there because people are sleeping and doing drugs. He said it's scary to walk around there. Nobody does anything. The exasperated dad added. I don't want my kids to grow up in a neighborhood like this. Well, I'm pretty sure you lined up and voted for Mr. Oswald Feliz. Feliz, in his soaring November 25th letter obtained by the Post, faulted the dot for failing to act. What the fuck is the dot going to do about drugs? The fuck? Your agency has received many ideas of simple steps that can be taken within your power, but your agency has refused to do anything, the lawmaker snapped. Bro, first of all, you write to Katie Hochul, your governor. Fuck you writing to Dot for? Your governor is the one that allows you to do this. Oh, this is where it is. He said it's not the only trouble spot in the borough, though, noting that Fordham Plaza is the ghetto. Ghetto. A lot of girls and pigs running around being hoodlums. Hoodlums. Anyways, the plaza has been so badly neglected at the Bronx night market, a popular local tradition has been forced to shut down. $34 million renovation gone straight to crackheads. Chat. This is why I tell you guys the best person to take care of your money is you. Don't let the government tell you, oh no, you need to contribute your money to us and we'll do it for you guys. Do not do that. They'll fuck you over. Alright? $34 million wasted. Had he taken basic steps to activate the plaza, we would have achieved the vibrant gathering space promised to residents. They scammed you. And he's a part of it. I'm pretty sure Mr. Feliz got a nice chunk of money from that. Listen, especially Democrats, I don't believe a word they say. I mean, the Republicans, the rhinos, I should say, I don't like any of them either. Now, the genuine Republicans, my heart goes out to them. A spokesman for the DOT said in a statement that the department is aware and working on it. The complex challenges require a multi-agency approach, and the Adams administration is marshaling its resources to deliver safe streets and welcoming public spaces in the Bronx, the statement said. First off, Eric Adams isn't doing shit. He's walking around getting dinners all over the place with his earring, walking. Who votes for a grown man that walks around wearing earrings as a what is he? He's not the governor. What is he? I don't even know his position. He's just a bullshitter. Waste. Another waste. Chat. 2024. The only person you can vote for is to turn number 45 back into number 47. If you don't do that, we are FUKED. U.S. 10th graders scored lowest ever on international math as whole world is struggling. No, I don't believe the whole world is struggling. 10th graders in the U.S. saw their math scores on an international test high at an all-time low last year while plummeting 13 points compared to 2018, according to results released Tuesday. No surprise, in 2020 you had all the kids staying home, doing classes on Zoom. I was telling my parents during that whole year that if I was supposed to go to school on Zoom, I would fail. Who wants to stay at home doing school through Zoom instead of being in a class setting with my fellow classmates, which are the same age, interacting, chatting, etc., going to lunch, participating in sports, all this music class, whatever. Who would want to be at home? with the parents. Everybody's on Zoom. Oh my God. The program for International Student Assessment, or PISA, was randomly given to about 620,000 students in 81 countries in 2022. The U.S. students scored an average of 465 out of 1,000. 465? What do you mean? Out of 1,000, they scored. They didn't even pass. And a 478? Oh my God. What the? But also, chat. I'm not going to lie. When I moved to. Oh, hold on. I'm not sharing the screen. Oh, but let me show you this book. Chat. This book by the GOAT, Thomas Sowell, will educate you a lot. All right? You see, when I first moved to America from Jamaica, I was placed in 11th grade. And in the 11th grade, they put me in a reading class. I'm like, oh, okay. We do reading in the 11th grade, I guess. So the teacher started calling on people to read. And people were reading like Theodore walked to to the I raised my hand in that class immediately and was like, teacher, I had to go to the guidance counselor. Went to the guidance counselor. I was like, what the fuck is that you put me in? And they were like, oh, because you came from Jamaica, we had to. I'm like, no, 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 no. No. So they had me do a math assessment and a reading assessment. And after I did those, then they placed me in the appropriate classes. Guys, if you ever come to America, make sure you do an assessment. Don't just let them put you in any class because you come from the Caribbean, okay? Because they'll set you back and you'll be a dumbass. All right, so let me share the article. All right, so the U.S. students scored an average of 465 out of 1,000, down from 4 years ago, down 478 from 4 years ago when the test was last given, and below the international average of 472 the results show. Keep in mind, America spends the most money on education. So why are these children so stupid? Well, also, at school in Florida, they give you open book exams. So you didn't even have to study. They're just, and before the test, they give you like an outline of the test. So you could do the research at home and then bring, I don't know, it was just very weird to me. See, like in Jamaica, I actually had to study, like study my ass off for class. Right, actually, my brain used to be. I feel like when I moved to school in America, I became dumb because I didn't really have to work hard and I could just copy and paste. And it's a failure. It's a whole failure. The U.S. kids were outscored by students in 33 other nations. Although three countries that outpaced the Americas, Poland, Slovenia, and Norway, saw even larger declines from their previous average scores. That's because COVID, everybody was doing virtual learning. But as you can see, America was outscored by 33 other nations. Let me see the 33 other nations. Oh, see? I agree. Uh, oh, look. Look. Weingarten, 65, had fought the Trump administration's push to reopen schools nationwide in July 2020, reportedly calling the decision reckless and cruel as millions of Americans were sickened with and dying of COVID 19. Well, now our kids are stupid, can't read, can't do math. They're depressed, on drugs, smoking weed, smoking vapes, drinking alcohol, mentally ill. They think they're transgender. And this is what you get. Oh, let me see the countries that outscored us. Oh, you don't even see it. Oh, I don't even. They don't even show it. Also, another piece of evidence showing the crisis in mathematics achievement, said Pekar, commissioner of the NCES, which administered the test in the U.S. in a press release. God damn, you guys are dumb as hell. Look at this. Oh, hell no. And a 500 is 50%? Oh, hell. What are you guys doing with school? No, I'm going to look at this list afterwards because I have to see this. Only now can we see that it is a global concern. Carr said the whole world is struggling math. You guys wanted to lock down the entire world and have children learn on Zoom. Young, impressionable children, you wanted to have them locked up at home learning on Zoom. What child is really going to sit down on a computer and learn through Zoom? I'm an adult and I don't even like Zoom. Zoom is for retards or weird people, like computer geeks. Maybe they could stay home and do Zoom, but most of the population, no. We want to go to school, have kids around us, etc., etc. Meanwhile, the international PISA averages scores in math, science, and reading have plummeted by double digits since the turn of the century. Statistics showed the top six performing countries last year were in Asia, led by Singapore, whose students notched an average of 575 on a math exam. Look, Asian kids outperforming you, blackies, whiteys, failures, failures. The rest of the top 10 was rounded out by European nations and Canada, which had the nice ninth highest test scores. Well, you guys can't complain about funding. We get paid the most, we spend the most on education but produce the dumbest kids. Why? Because the Department of Education does not care about children. They just care about funding their pockets. But you guys, oh God. Exams are typically given at every 3 years, but were delayed by a year during the COVID-19 pandemic, when many students around the world were forced out of the classroom and relegated to remote learning. Carr noted that even though American students endured longer classroom shutdowns, there did not appear to be a global correlation between PISA performance and in-class learning. Lies. Most of the change in scores was not due to how long schools were closed, she said. Lies again. The OECD randomly selects groups of 15-year-olds around the globe to gauge their progress in math, science, and reading, the latter of which are brightest spots for the US. American students improved from 8th in the world to 6th in reading since 2018 and are now ranked 10th in science, up from 11th in 2018. When you look across the whole distribution of students, you see that we have high percentages of students who score in the highest proficiency levels internationally in reading and science, but lag behind in math, Carr explained. The sagging PISA math scores for the U.S. teens mirrored a recent significant decline in the latest National Assessment of Educational Progress test, which saw math scores of 4th and 8th grade students drop in 45 states, she noted. These results put U.S. achievement in an international context at a very important time in our history, Carr said. All right, now, if these are the bright kids, imagine the blackies. And the black schools in America are the dumbest schools. I'll tell you that right now. And I believe, from what I experienced, that the black schools they help the kids to pass so they can continue to receive funding. That's my genuine belief. Because most of the kids that graduated from school in Florida, they didn't deserve to graduate. I don't know how they graduated. Dumb as shit, but they still pushed them through. Despite the falling math scores in the US, the country actually moved up from 29th to 26th in the global rankings, apparently because some nations that outperformed it were statistically tied. U.S. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona seized on that anomaly to put up a positive political spin on the PISA scores in the Tuesday statement, even as he admitted there was much work to be done. He's a failure. At an extremely tough time in education, the United States moved up in the world rankings in reading, math, and science. We shouldn't be moving up ranks. We should be number one in everything. We spend the most money on education. Why are we 10th, 11th, 13th, and poorer countries outperforming us? It makes no sense. While unfortunately many other countries saw declines, Cardona said. Today's results are further proof that President Biden, oh my God, you see what I'm telling you? Look, President Biden, bold investments, tireless efforts at the Department of Education. These are all the things that are holding your children back. If you continue to believe that Biden, the guy that said that your kids are monkeys and they shouldn't be in the same school with white kids or black kids, is the key to success, you, my friend, are an indentured slave and will forever be a slave. The National Education Association, the largest teachers unions are ass. Okay? The teachers are crap. They take long to fire the teachers. And even if they do arrive to a point where they have to fire a teacher, they won't fire the teacher. They'll just transfer the teacher to a different school and they'll continue doing the same rubbish. It's very hard to fire a teacher in a union. That's why private schools and charter schools do outperform public schools. Told the Post in a statement that test scores do not measure everything a student. Oh boy. Chat. Let me see what the comments say. Oh look, I forgot to mention CRT. Oh look, look at these comments. I'm liking this comment. It's not rocket science that our country is so far behind in education. In America, we care more about critical race theory and which pronouns to use than actually educating our children. In America, we are graduating ill prepared high school seniors into college where they cannot even handle college courses. Blame it on all the rats who want equity, dumbing it down for all students and throwing money into all the wrong issues. That is 100% correct. You know when they say the bad apple spoils a bunch? Instead of just throwing out the bad kids that are failing or upping the requirements so everybody can up their standards. Because look, if you're in a school where everybody's a top performer and you're down here, you're going to climb up here. But if you're the top performer and everybody else is down here, everything is just going to start to. Well, that's my video for today. America's failures. You guys have a good night. Oh shit. Somebody chatting? Okay, I didn't even see the chat. Okay. Alright, well manga. But yeah, so that's it for today, chat. I'm out. Peace.